Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to find a linear equation in general form if we're starting off knowing 2 points. And the way I'm going to do this is find the equation in another form first, and then convert it. Okay, this question asks us to calculate the equation of the line passing through the point A, 1, 6, and the point B, 4, negative 2, in general form. So I'm not really actually going to do anything new in this video. What I'm actually going to do is calculate the equation of this line in a different form, just the most convenient form, and then I'll change that to general form. Okay, so before anything I'll draw a little sketch so we know what we're talking about. This is going to be a quick sketch. So the point A, 1, 6, and then the point B, 4, negative 2. And that goes a bit like that. Okay. So I think the easiest form to use here is going to be slope point form, because we can quickly calculate the slope of this line, and then we'll use one of the points. I'll probably use A, just because there's fewer negative signs if I use A. I'll substitute that into slope point form. And then once I've done that, I'll change it to general form. Okay, so the slope of AB is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now I should just decide here, I'll call this x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So then I have negative 2 subtract 6 over 4 subtract 1, which is equal to negative 8 over 3. Okay, so that's the slope of my line. And for slope point form, it's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You can use either point. I'm going to use the point A, just because I think I'll be less likely to make mistakes, because it minimizes the number of negative signs I have. But if you use the point B, you would have a different answer sort of partway through. But then when we showed our answers in general form, they would be the same. So you can use whichever you prefer. So I'm going to say y minus 6 equals, now my slope is up here, negative 8 over 3, times x minus x1 was 1. Okay, now I have to simplify everything and I have to get rid of the fractions. I think I'm just going to get rid of the fractions first. So to do that I'm going to multiply everything by 3. And I just want you to remind you again that we're on the right hand side here, when we multiply this by 3, we only are going to do 3 times negative 8/3. If we also multiply 3 times x minus 1, we're actually going to be multiplying by 9, by 3 squared. Okay. So here we've got 3y minus 18. And then 3 times negative 8 divided by 3 is just negative 8 times x minus 1. So my left side stays the same. And then I'll have negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. So everything is simplified and all my fractions are gone. And now I'll just decide, do I want to put everything on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? The way I decide is I want my a term, which is going to be the coefficient on x, to be positive. So over here on the right-hand side it's negative. So I'll just add 8x to both sides. So I'll put plus 8x here. And then I'll subtract 8 from both sides as well. And then on the right-hand side that will give us 0. So then I'm just going to reorder these terms. I'll put my x term first, so I have 8x. And then I've got plus 3y, because that's positive. And then I have negative 18 subtract 8 is negative 26. And all of that is equal to 0. And there it is. I have the equation of this line in general form. So here's what we did to get it, just to review. I just chose another form. So I was going to use slope point form because I didn't particularly really know what the y-intercept was. So I found the slope. I chose one of these points and substituted it into slope point form. And then I just simplified from slope point form down to general form. Okay, good luck.